Yeah, man. Let me tell you, this GLS, I'm sorry, not GLS. I don't know why I keep doing that. EQS SUV. This improves everywhere on the EQS. Like, it looks better than the EQS. It's much bigger than the EQS. This is like, if you wanted an EQS, this is what you should get instead. And this one right here is a 450. So this has like the same interior as an S-Class right now. So it basically is the exact same interior. But this is $113,000, which is actually fair because a Tesla Model X don't look like this. Look at all these guys got these Ferraris. Everybody got a freaking Ferrari. I saw a Lamborghini Murcielago pull in. We'll take a look at that in a second. But yes, this is the EQS SUV. Hey, Mercedes. Hey, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Change ambient lighting to orange.
Okay, I'm changing the color.
So you see it goes orange now, right? If you turn up the heat, you can also see like the light show basically shows you that the heat is going up. Like you can see the lights and everything. Yeah, this is, I mean, this is a freaking nice ass Mercedes. This is a really nice Mercedes right here. Yeah, this is really nice.
Please check your Mercedes Me settings to use online functions of the voice system.
Hey, Mercedes. Hey, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Change ambient lighting to green.
Okay, I'm changing the color.
Hey, Mercedes.
How can I help?
Change ambient lighting to purple.
Okay, I'm changing the color.
Hey, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Tell me a joke.
Please check your Mercedes Me settings to use online functions of the voice system.
Hey, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Tell me a joke.
I'm sorry, can you say that again, please?
Tell me a joke.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you with that right now.
Hey, Mercedes.
How can I help?
Where is the nearest Walmart?
Here is what I found. Where do you want to go?
Walmart Comac.
I am calculating the route. In 100 feet at the end of the road, turn left onto Route 25.
Oh shit, they got the rear camera right there. Oh wow, they put it right over the map. Oh, no, that's not the rear camera, that's the front camera. This thing got the front camera in it. Wow. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So, yeah, just like with the S-Class, you can change the seat and everything on this side using the controls from the driver's side. Yeah, just so that's a really good feature. They pretty much put that in all of these cars for the most part, because it's just a matter of programming. And this also has the thigh cushions right there. So when you push that forward, you get the thigh cushions for your thighs. Waterfall cushions to make sure you don't get like thrombosis in the legs, blood clots. I had no, oh, okay, so I see what it is. If people get really close to the front of the car, the sensor automatically turns on. Yeah, that's pretty hot. Yeah, this is nice. I might test drive one of these eventually. I would have liked to have seen this with the hyperscreen, but he says they have one, so I'll probably take a look and see where they have it with the hyperscreen maybe a little bit later. $113,445. So it has the reclining rear seats, but does not have the heated and cooled rear seats. I have no idea. Why would you put recliners in the car without the heated and cooled rears? Does that make sense? It's like these things, if it was up to me, these things would be fully loaded. So this way, the used car market would be pop. EQS right here. This looks like it's a 580. So you got the entire, well, that guy's looking at the S-Class. I tell you, I don't care what anybody says. I absolutely must have my electric car now. I have to. It's like a desire. Must have my EV. But you know, see, and the thing about these EQS SUVs, these things are really, really nice. The interior is really, really nice, but they're small. See, the reason why that SUV is going to sell so well is because that SUV is big. This is nice, but this is just way too low. You got to love the hyperscreen. You know, you got to love the hyperscreen. Is that what? Yeah. Hyperscreen. See, that's the hyperscreen. All the cars are going to have the hyperscreen. Hey, what's up? Gotta have the hyperscreen. So you got the screen over there for your third row passenger, your third seat passenger. So if nobody can bother you, just tell them, leave me alone. I'm driving. Leave me alone. That is beautiful. This is a really nice spec. The 580. You see, if you buy one of these things, you got to get the 580. You just got to do it. Yeah, got to get the 580. Now these controls right here. I mean, these controls. I already did a drive video of these things, but these controls right here to me are a little finicky because it's like depending upon where you touch it, you may or may not get the result you want. May not do exactly what you want. I've decided that this lady will be the intro to my video. She got her white on white Tesla. Now that's right there, that white on white Tesla, that's what everybody wants when they think electric car. Now never mind the fact the interior is shitty. You don't get cooled seats in that motherfucker. You only get heated seats. You may not even get a heated steering wheel depending upon how it was optioned. Things that should be standard in that car. Heated steering wheel, ventilated seats up front, heated, obviously heated and cooled seats. But now you got cars like my Cadillac Lyric, which is coming with heated, cooled seats and a massager. But see, that's the thing. These people see that Tesla, they see the inside of that Tesla, and they like, yeah, this is what I want. This is everything. And the thing about it is, most of them are just badge whores. Some of them are in the Elon Musk cult of personality. And the reality is there's so many better options out there that they'll never see, specifically because they're going after Tesla. And I'm not blaming anybody. It's like, I'm not shaming you, I'm not blaming you, I'm not explaining to you. My thing is, you really ought to see, there's another one, you really ought to see your options. There's a lot of Model 3s, a lot of Model Ys being sold. Production is a little bit low right now because of this chip shortage. That's the reason why these people ordered their Cybertruck like 4 years ago and still haven't gotten it. They ordered the Tesla Roadster like 4 years ago, still haven't gotten it. So, here's another one. See, there's a lot of them. You see, the market penetration, I'll say, for Tesla has been absolutely amazing. But it's not really a surprise. I mean, gas prices have been sky high. I mean, I was making videos of $6 and $7 a gallon gas during, originally when the Russians invaded Ukraine, it pushed gas prices really, really high. But the government is doing what it can to artificially suppress gas prices right up until this election's over. I guarantee you, mark my words. The Trump finger came out. As soon as this election is over, that is when this economy is going to show its true faces. Mark my words. Mark my words. Because Biden has been emptying out the strategic petroleum oil reserve. He went, Ram TRX, look at that. That's a bad fucking truck right there. He got the Hellcat badges on it and everything. So anyway, Biden's been emptying out the strategic petroleum reserve. And the problem with that is, if we get into a war, we won't have oil for the war. So he went over to the Saudis and asked for them to produce more oil. And they said no. They would never have told me no if I was in office. I would have said, look here, you motherfuckers. You're going to produce more oil because I said so. And they told him no. Sad. It's a sad day for America, folks. Not only that, states like mine, New York State, currently Letitia James is trying it in vain to sue me for monies. We had a gas tax, and that gas tax has currently been suspended so that this way they could artificially suppress the gas prices. Now understand something. There's not only going to be a $600 million deficit, but on top of that, gas prices are going to go back up at least 48 cents come November after the elections. By December, you will see it. So what am I saying? I'm saying that this is poor leadership, folks. This is poor leadership. When I was in office, do you ever wonder, we never even had to talk about this. I made America energy independent. We never had to talk about this. And now the Democrats, in all of their insanity, have run us into the ditch again. I had peace. I made peace with Kim Jong-il. I made peace with Vladimir Putin. The Democrats trying to blame me, and they tried to say that I was colluding with Putin. But I made peace because I didn't want what you see now to be what you see now. I didn't want it to be happening. I made peace with Kim Jong-il. I made peace with Vladimir Putin. The Democrats are in office. Now you got World War III, folks. You got World War III, folks. World War III, folks. Talking about planning to nuke America. That's what you get with Democrats. That's what you get. When I was in charge, you didn't have these problems. So, yeah, that's basically what it is. But bottom line is, for this video, I'm planning to drive the Mercedes, what is it called? The EQS SUV. As I've already said, because I was there yesterday, I did a little video about the cars and coffee. The EQS is nice, but it's a car. People don't want cars anymore. And as soon as you get into that EQS SUV, you understand right away why you don't want a car. It's just too goddamn small. Now, I do understand there are some people who may not have families, or they're just using it as a luxury daily driver. But the reality is, you want to have that extra space because you may have children with strollers, you may have children with baby carriages, and you want to have that extra space. You need that extra space. And if you've got $120,000 or $140,000 to spend, then you absolutely want the best. You want the best, folks. So that's just what it is. But so we're on our way to Mercedes again. We're going to test drive that EQS SUV. And I have to say, if it wasn't for the inflation right now, and it wasn't for the fact that the Federal Reserve raised the interest rates, because right now, if you try to get a lease at Mercedes, you're talking about damn near 7%. It almost doesn't matter which car you're getting. And 7% is no bueno, because when you're talking about a 7%, that's basically paying twice or even more than twice what you would have paid a month. And one thing you're going to notice is a lot of these people, your neighbors especially, a lot of these people who used to get these Mercedes leases, these BMW leases, who used to get these Audi leases, you're going to start to notice that a lot of them, they're going to end up giving up those cars. They're going to end up in freaking Hyundais and Hondas and Toyotas. They're going to end up in Jeep Jeep Cherokees. They're going to end up in regular cars. And the reason why is because the leases are damn near unaffordable right now. And that's assuming that their credit is intact. Because, see, before, it was easy to get somebody a low-interest lease or even a lease, even if they had shitty credit. It was easy to do that before. It's kind of hard to do that now when you're talking about 7% interest rates. It's a bit hard to do it. So, you got the 7% interest rates. You have the chip shortage making it more difficult to buy the car that you actually want. So that means that if you buy a car, you may not be able to get the options and the features that you want. They've been trying to give rebates for missing features that are missing because the car couldn't get the chips. Some of these dealers can retrofit the cars But the problem is, if you get like a car for 2 or 3 years, by the time they have the chips to retrofit it, you may not have that car anymore. So that means that you got a car that was supposed to have a feature, like let's say a massage seat, but you couldn't use the massage seat because there was no chip. So that means that you went the entire time you had that car paying that note, but not having that feature. That's unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. And in that respect, I will say that's one place where the domestic makers have the advantage over the foreign makers. The domestic makers, for the most part, they haven't had to skimp on a whole lot of their features like the foreign manufacturers have, like Mercedes and BMW. They're selling most of their cars all over the world. So the thing about it is, aside from that right-hand, left-hand drive steering system, you know, the same C-Class they sell here is the same C-Class they're going to sell overseas. Maybe they change maybe the emissions requirements, but that's about it. Now, most of these American cars are only sold in America, so that means you have a smaller pool of buyers, which means that you have less, there's another one, you have less demand for the features, you have less demand for the chips. So that can, in some ways, be a good thing to just buy a domestic. My problem with the domestics is, you get a domestic, you got to deal with shitty fucking service with this guy. And I don't like dealing with shitty service. And that's the reason why I've basically given up my Chrysler Dodge Mopar. I've basically given that up. And it's time, I'm going Cadillac. I'm going to see how they treat me. I'm going to see about the new products they make. Because I tell you, I honestly don't believe that the Celeste IQ, I don't think that thing is going to really be $300,000. I think they'll probably try to target $100,000. And if I like my Lyric, I might buy a Celeste, who knows? But the bottom line is, it's like whatever I buy, I have to have excellent customer service. Up until, what, 70,000 miles, I'll say that the customer service for this car was very good at Security Dodge. The problem is, what happens if you can't go to Security Dodge because they're backlogged? They have too many people getting, they have too many people doing stuff. They have too many people with their cars in the shop. So basically, if you have too many people, and they have too many cars in the shop because of the pandemic basically threw everybody behind. So the issue ultimately comes down to, how does that customer service act when they are pressed? Now, Mercedes, if you get a Mercedes, they always guarantee you a loaner. They got C-Classes, they got E-Classes. They even loan out S-Classes. If they have nothing else, they'll loan you an S-Class as a certified pre-owned loaner. They'll just give it to you. And they're not, they'll just give it to you because they got insurance up the ass. So my thing is, customer service is everything. So here we are, and they should be here in a little while. I see a couple of people waiting for their service. So if they ask for a loaner, they're getting their loaner. So yeah, I'm checking out that. I already checked out the EQB, but now it's time to check out the the EQS SUV. So they got somebody with a Prius. That's a Toyota Prius right there charging the Prius. Ugh. Now my thing is, the Prius is a gas car. It's like, man, yeah, the Prius is a gas car. You don't really need to charge the Prius. It's like, just throw some gas in it and drive it a little bit, and it'll charge itself, But yeah, I'll tell you, the EQS SUV 450 or the 580 would probably be the only other thing I'd consider aside from the Cadillac Lyric. So we shall see. This is a probably a 580 model right here. No, this is a 450 model. So this is $112,000. And this has the white interior, but obviously no hyperscreen. So, I wouldn't, personally, if I were you, I would buy this car fully loaded with the hyperscreen and with the, the all-wheel drive system. Because when you have all-wheel drive, you don't have to worry about snowing. And this one, as you can see, is the hyperscreen model. So that one has the full hyperscreen and everything. But I showed that pretty much yesterday. I might include pics of that video or whatever, because I think I'm probably going to end up test driving a 450. But either one of these things are nice and big. It's on par with my Jeep Grand Cherokee, so it's a nice size. It's a very nice size. He's pulling the car up right now. and I'm just waiting. So I've heard a lot of criticism of electric cars and everything, but honestly, I don't care about any of the criticisms. First of all, I don't take road trips. That's number one. Whenever I want to go someplace, I fly. See, they got this music out here. So that means that with this music, I'm going to end up getting a copyright flag. So I got to move away from it. But anyway, I don't take road trips, number one. I have 2 houses to charge my car at. So all I got to have is basically the extension cord or just put the charger on the side of both houses. But I'd probably only put it on one because I really don't need it on both. But even though I could use the 110 at one house and I could use 220 at the other. Oh, here he is. So the thing about it is I've heard all of these criticisms. You know, they're criticizing, oh yeah, but what about the raw earth minerals? Now you've got people who failed fucking geology in school trying to tell me about raw earth minerals. But anyway, bottom line is it's like my next car is electric. That's the bottom line. I'm getting it. So he's pulling it out for me. I guess he's just checking it to make sure it's okay and everything. But yeah, my next car is electric. It's like as much as I like some of these gas cars, it's like there's no way in hell I'd get another gas car, especially after what we've been through with the last 2 years. No way. I've been through 3 gas crises: 2008, 2005, 2012 at least, and then there was this one, 2022 with the Russian and Ukraine. So it's like, no, I'm done with gas cars. I want me an electric car. Yeah, but it doesn't make enough noise. It's like, I'm not trying to make noise. I don't give a shit. It's like, what's wrong with y'all? Everybody got to make noise and shit like y'all little fucking children. It's ridiculous. But that's just how I feel about it. So, you know, whatever. So this is the interior of the EQS SUV. They have reclining seats, as you can see. They have reclining seats that fold down and everything. I already talked about this yesterday. And then this is the interior of the front. Heated, cooled seats right there. So that's really nice. And you just fall right into it. Very, very, very spacious interior. Just fall right in there. So it's very nice. Yeah. Hey Mercedes, change ambient lighting to orange.
Telephone unavailable.
Oh, no,
Connect your phone now.
Hey Mercedes, change the color to orange.
Okay, I'm changing the color.
Yeah, electric's gonna be my next thing too.
This is front wheel drive or rear wheel drive with the one motor? Is it front or rear? It's probably front, right?
4MATIC.
This one's 4MATIC.
Yeah, this
oh,
is
okay.
4MATIC, yeah.
Because I saw it wasn't a 580, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, this is 4MATIC. We tend to not order those kind of cars here because we're in New York, so.
Yeah, it makes no sense to get anything less than all-wheel drive at this point.
Make it right here.
She'll always get all-wheel drive.
Always, yeah. So that's the heated and the cooling seats.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, so they loaded this one up for the most part, and it had the massage seat.
Yes. Panel roof.
Yeah, and the shades. That's one thing I don't like about the Tesla. They don't give you the shades. So it's like some people, you'd be baking in here under certain circumstances.
So you're off today because of Columbus Day. Nice 3-day weekend.
Beautiful 3-day weekend, and we had great weather too.
Yeah.
There was no. Oh, is this a right on red?
This is a right on red.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Sorry. And then you were off one day last week too, and then 2 days.
2 days.
The week
Well,
before
yeah,
that, right?
because of Rosh Hashanah and
Yom Kippur. Yeah. I almost became a guidance counselor.
Really?
I was going to do it, yeah, but then sales got me.
I prefer sales.
Yeah. It sucks you in and then you never leave.
Selling mortgages is way more fun. I mean, it's like you make your own hours.
Yeah. You do that on the side too?
Oh, yeah.
You make a right? Back to the turnpike. We can take it longer if you want. It's totally up to you. You can go back around, go straight, whatever you want to do. You have the Burster sound system. It's cool. It's obviously similar to Tesla. It's going to map out.
I actually think it's actually easier to use because you have the redundant buttons. Mm-hmm. So, because I hate that. That's the thing I hate about Tesla. It's like you got to go through the screen for everything. I don't like that.
This is very, very user friendly. And then you can actually scan your fingerprint here if you have more than one person who drives the car, and it will know who's driving by your fingerprint.
Oh. Yeah, that's really cool.
Also, there is let me see how to do it. Settings. Vehicle. Sound experience. It will mimic a sound of an engine. There's a few different ones.
Yeah, they tried that with that Dodge Banshee. People were laughing at it. What? Oh, okay, I hear it. Vivid Flux, yeah. I personally don't have a problem with the thing just being quiet. I really don't.
That's the whole point of it, I feel like.
I really don't. I remember when I was a kid, it was like everybody was always bragging about how quiet their car was. Like, well, Lexus was, we got it. It's more quiet than a Mercedes, or Mercedes saying we're more quiet than a BMW. But now it's like everybody's either trying to make noise or trying to make a fake noise. I don't understand that.
I was telling some people at the car show yesterday, I was like, 30 years from now, this car show is going to be all silenced because they're all going to be electric cars.
Silent, yep. Car meets are basically going to be at the electric chargers.
Literally.
And does this come with autonomous driving? Because I see distance control and I see the distance control.
I think it has adaptive cruise control, but I don't think it has autonomous driving. I have to look into that.
Yeah, that's one of the things I absolutely want. So this way, it's like when you're in the traffic. Usually it's adaptive cruise control plus steering assist, and then. But if it has like the distronic and everything, where it can fully steer itself and everything,
that would definitely really confirm that for you.
Yeah, but it really is soft. I like it. It's very soft, very, very quiet.
Active thrust. It has the adaptive cruise control. Active lane change assist.
Yeah, I see most of the buttons for it. I think they almost made that standard feature by now.
Yeah, I'll check the windows thing when we're done. And let's pop a U-turn over here and then go back towards that way.
Yeah, sure. U-turn this way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably can't make a U-turn, so probably just go down the street and turn around.
I am starting route guidance to Mercedes-Benz.
See, I like the ability to do that. I like that. I like the fact they put that in like all the cars now. So it's like, whether it's my aunt's GLE or whatever, it's like as soon as you get in, you pretty much know what you're doing.
Well, Mercedes is one of the safest cars on the road, and they want you to keep your eyes on the road. They don't want you to be typing and shit.
I liked it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Really, that's pretty cool. So you get that in the C class.
I think you could even make dinner reservations if you wanted to.
I think it could, and we could probably buy tickets and movie tickets and all that. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That right there is crazy. And you can ask it to tell you a joke.
Yeah, it does everything. It's like a little robot.
Yeah. I just wish, and I know it's coming soon, but they're going to put the hyperscreen in all of the cars.
Eventually, for sure.
Because it bothers me that if I wanted to get that S-Class, that even that S500 that you have on the floor, if I wanted to get it, I can't get the hyperscreen, and I want the hyperscreen. Because anything else, it just, it seems like it's just less,
They want you to get the EQS, get the hyperscreen, in my opinion.
I think the next S-Class will have it. I believe they will have it.
Too.
Even though they haven't made it.
They just redesigned it, though. The S-Class. It was just redesigned for 21. So figure another 2 years until another redesign.
Yeah, I like that. You just tell it, just tell me where something is, and just boom, it just goes. I love that. You got 2 women in a Charger. I really women buying these Chargers and everything. Yeah, I like that. This is. Uh-oh, she's rough shit.
She's racing.
Yeah, but see, you're in here. It's like, no, I wouldn't even bother. Yeah, if something is within a certain distance, I think that comes on.
No, this is the autonomous. I don't know if that's the right name. Navigation. So it puts the camera and tells you where to go.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, I see that.
Yep.
And now you know what I also noticed? This doesn't have heads-up display.
No.
Now I notice it because I remember I was watching the S Class when they did the videos on YouTube, and they were showing that this had the autonomous thing where it would show you the caret arrows and all that.
Yeah, my mom, because my mom works for the company, she has an A class with the heads-up display, and it's a company car, and it has that. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
funny
sexy.
too. It actually, like, if you watch, if you go to miss it, it goes higher, and it tells you where to go.
Oh, I'll wait for that guy because I'm not supposed to be there.
It just did it before.
Here.
Yeah. See, look, it comes up
Right behind the charger.
It gets bigger and bigger as it comes up.
Oh, yeah, yo, that's
this
sexy.
way you can't miss it.
But see, I'd want that in the heads up, so this way you just keep
course.
staring forward. That's sexy.
We have two of them. Let's see if the one in the showroom floor has the heads-up display or not.
Well, I think the one on the showroom floor was it was only $112. So chances are it probably didn't
So it
have
probably
it.
doesn't, yeah.
Because this one's like $113.
$113,
right?
yeah. You'd be surprised. Mercedes does some weird stuff, like no power seats in the EQB.
Yeah, she's making all that noise. She got her mama in there.
Yeah. This is most likely going to have a markup. I don't know the exact markup. I would have to ask my power to be, but.
Oh, and I see. Okay, yeah. The regenerate, because I have max regen. As soon as you take your foot off, it automatically starts the braking. Yeah. And the range on this was 350.
350, yep. And 2 years free charging and 2 years. Actually, this one's complimentary for the whole complimentary entrance, I believe. For the whole 3 years.
Now I know the battery has got a warranty for 10 years by law, but what's the rest of the warranty look like?
4 years, 50,000 miles.
4 years, 50.
Now turn left onto the road.
And when somebody buys from you, they just get loaners.
Correct. Yes,
If you ever had a problem, I'm not counting on it. I'm just saying.
We always give loaners. Now, if you go electric, are you going to get it installed in your home and everything? Or
I already have it.
You already have it? Okay.
Yeah, all of my everything I have is electric at this point, and I have the 220 L shape socket. So for me, it's nothing. Like everybody. It's funny because like these people they're like, oh, why are you selling your Hellcat? Why are you selling your Jeep? It's like electric stupid and all this. And I'm like, I don't think y'all understand what I deal with on a daily basis driving in and out of, because I got to go to Manhattan. I got to drive back into Manhattan as soon as I'm done with you. And the thing about it is, it's like, that's a lot of distance. You're doing like 50 or 60 miles. Now, it's not so much that I can't charge at the end of every single day. But when you're doing that kind of distance, it's like, nah, man, it's like you don't want to keep going to a gas station behind a car getting 10 miles to a gallon. I keep telling them that. But they don't get it because they don't spend that kind of money. They don't know.
And you just want to pull in, plug your fucking car when you get home and go to sleep. or be in your house for the night, whatever.
I used to be able to save a lot of extra money and just put it in the stock market, right? And now with gas where it is, it's like, you see all your money being eaten up.
I mean, I live in Selden. I work in Huntington. I was like, I feel like I'm at the gas station so much. And I'm like, I'm there twice a week.
Yeah.
$40 a fill up.
Twice a week. $40 a fill up.
Yeah.
At its height, it cost me like $130 to fill that truck.
I would have crashed my car.
Yeah. Somebody said, I want to buy a Hellcat. I was like, take it. I was like, no problem. And I just said, okay, I'll just keep the money and I'll use that and I'll buy an electric car. And people think that's dumb. They're like, oh yeah, why are you spending that kind of money to buy an electric car? I'm like, because the thing about it is that you start saving money almost immediately, but it's like they just don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it.
Yeah, I'll be going once my next lease is done, which I have a year and a half left.
What do you have now?
A Mazda.
Oh, okay.
I'll be getting
6, 7.
Mazda CX-5. Yeah. I'll be getting into
traffic light, turn
EQB
right onto
probably.
Route 25.
Yeah, you know, and I was looking at that EQB. It was it's smaller than this, obviously, but you know, this one has so much more. You know,
Also a bigger drive, a bigger, you know.
Route 25.
And that EQB is fast, though. I'll give it that. That thing
It
is
has
fast.
a little pep in it.
Oh, this guy got the G-Class right here. I've been seeing a lot of those. You almost had a sale.
Yeah, they're just a hot commodity. Everyone wants them.
This dude paid. I know a guy paid $308,000 because he paid $100,000 over a sticker. I told him he was crazy.
Yeah. People who buy the G-Wagon though, who really really want it, another $100,000 to them is
That's crazy.
nothing. I personally, obviously, even if I had it,
I could be if I was a billionaire, I'd still feel that. I'd be like, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Because that's like just throwing money away.
I feel it's funny until we become billionaires and we're like, oh, you know what?
Yeah. Because I want to stay a billionaire. That's the point. I don't want to, just give it away.
That's a good point. Feel free to open it up too. I won't say anything.
Now keep right and continue to follow Route 25.
I think most people who have these electric cars, I don't really think they speed much.
No, they think
because they're either saving the energy or whatever. I don't really think they speed that much.
Yeah, no. Once I go electric, I'm just gonna drive the car I normally would, which.
Yeah, and I usually am doing like 50, 60 anyway. I'm usually not going that fast.
The other day I was on Sunrise.
Except on the highway.
The other day I was on Sunrise and I looked up and I was like, oh shit, I might want to slow down. You just kind of get in your own world sometimes when you're driving. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh shit, I forgot I'm driving.
Yeah, it's
a nice little
it's
pickup.
pretty tight. Yeah, it's very, very tight. Very tight. Comfy, yeah, it's so comfy.
The seats are comfortable too.
Very cushy. All right. Yeah, it's a pretty decent amount of space in there. That thing feels really good. You got this USB-Cs down here. I like that. Yeah, like I was looking at that back seat. I really like that back seat. It's a nice.
And they come with the mats, obviously. They're black too, the mats, and they're all weather. The back's all weather. These are.
See, this one has slightly different wheels.
Slightly different rims, correct? Yeah, and wheels too.
And it's black though, so they didn't have a silver one yet?
No, not yet.
This is a 5. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, see, I absolutely want that.
But it has
Yeah.
hyperscreen.
Oh no, I absolutely want that. Yeah, that looks so much better. And this one still doesn't have the heated and cooled package. They're saying now it's $1,000 difference, but it does have the reclining seats. Oh yeah. And it has the full forward. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that screen. Yeah, I absolutely like the screen in there.
Just informed though that someone hit a deposit. Yes.
No. I'm not surprised because people trying to take these things as soon as they come in.
They came out and told me, hey, I told you yesterday, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
And it also has a third row seat.
Oh, third. Yeah, I don't need a third row. I don't. That I don't actually need. I don't know how much the option for third row seats are, but I absolutely don't need that. I actually need the cargo space.
I can find out. I mean, it folds down. So
this is $129,980. So So it has the heated, cooled massage seats up front, and then it has the recliners in back. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that screen sells it.
The hyperscreen's where it's at.
Screen sells it, absolutely.
When the seats are down, it's the same cargo space as without them.
Oh, okay. So is that a standard thing, or is that optional, or is that a standard thing to have those seats in it?
Well, it's optional.
See how much they charge for it on the thing. All right, so it says $700 for the rear airbags. Third row seat is $1,250. Ambient lighting's $590. Premium trim is destination delivery is $1,150. $129,980. This reminds me actually a lot of the R-Class. Remember that R-Class Benz back when Chrysler and Daimler Chrysler was making cars? That's exactly what this reminds me of. Yeah, that's freaking nice. So basically, if the Lyric don't work out, that's the only other. This is probably the only other thing I'd consider at this point, because I just need that space. I need the space. I don't even care how fast it is, because the 450 is fast enough. I just need the space. Because sometimes I carry stuff, and then I have family riding with me and everything, you know. So who knows? We'll see. You gotta make it. You gotta make it work for me. I just wanted to take a look at this car. Silver S-Class. This is exactly like what my uncle bought. It's like right now the inventory is so low, you don't have a whole lot of options, you know. But I tell you, if I could get this one right here, but this is a customer's car. Oh shit! Look at that color. Yeah, it's a black interior too. Yeah, that shit is nice. Oh, this is a 580 though. This guy's got the 550 here. Yeah, that's a nice color. What color is that?
Silver.
It's just Sierra Silver. That's exactly what my uncle has, except he has the white interior. Yeah, I like that shit. Oh, that one's brand new. Somebody just bought this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the tires brand new.
It's 22 here for service.
Yeah, that thing's nice.
Probably here for its first service.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah.
To be continued.